Hello everyone, I'm back with another video for you today. I have an awesome deck to share with you, one that I've had a lot of fun with actually. It's been really interesting. Now this is a take on Sera control, a little bit different to what you will usually see in these kind of lists with things like Kitty Pryde and maybe a Sentinel or some kind of Hazmat Luke Cage combo. No, this time I'm going to be playing some very interesting cards. I have firstly Crystal in the deck. This card draws both players a card, which actually means it makes a lot of sense in Sera decks where you're trying to find that Sera for turn 5. Additionally, we have another pretty interesting combo, which is Viper and Sentry. So you can use the Crystal to find this combo as well, using the Viper to put the Sentry -10 Void into the opponent's location rather than your own. It's a really crazy point swing, which admittedly I haven't been able to get to work very often in this video. I didn't play enough games, get enough, of a sample size to show that combo in its full glory. But it should in theory be very strong, and you've got the Crystal to find it more consistently, find the Sera more consistently. So I think that's a card that's actually pretty playable in the Sera archetype. I've had a lot of fun using it, and I think it is actually quite powerful. And now, of course, we've got all the usual suspects for a Sera deck. We're playing Killmonger, Enchantress. We have the Hit Monkey to play on the final turn with a Mysterio. Huge power potential. I got Zabu in there since we've got many 4-drops as well. Playing that early on or playing an Angela early on, maybe on turn 2, is very useful for getting a, bigger point potential later on in the game. Likewise, we've got Bishop to play on turn 3 and generate even more value as we start to deploy that Mysterio and those later game plays. We've got the Killmonger, which can really help us when it comes to Sentry, denying those 1-cost units that can be annoying. The squirrels from locations, I've had that come up as well, allowing you to get space for the Viper Sentry play to come in. And of course, the Hood is in there as a nice 1-drop. We're playing on curve a lot of the time with the Angela, with the Bishop, with the Crystal. So I think Kitty Pryde in this deck's not as good as it would be in normal Sera decks. So instead we've got the Hood to play early on, to maybe give your opponent with the Viper if you miss Sentry, or just destroy it with the Killmonger. Works very nicely. And you have that Demon for the end of the game to output even more power. So very competent deck, very cohesive deck here, I think. And the combos, the cards just work extremely well together. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I think it's very strong. I would probably rate this around a 9 out of 10, honestly. I think Sera control in the meta at the moment is a very capable deck. Probably the only matchup you're going to struggle with, well, there's a couple, I guess. If people are playing Wave in their deck, trying to wave you on turn 5, that can be an issue. And if people are playing Galactus, that can be a bit of a problem. We do have Viper in this deck, so you have some kind of a counterplay to the Galactus compared to the typical Sera control decks, which will really struggle into that. But yeah, pretty nice deck, pretty good stuff. Let's jump into some games and see how it plays. Okay, getting stuck right in. Camp Lay going to be the first location here. We've got Viper, so we've got, one piece of the puzzle, as it were. Gamma Lab going to be a thing. I could actually ruin that with the Rhino if we feel like it's beneficial for us to do so. Maybe we play Angela here and then Rhino it on turn 3, or maybe not, depending on what the opponent goes with. I mean, the Gamma Lab is good for me. Even though I'm, losing my Angela, it's still pretty good. Maybe I just want to play Killmonger. If they play any 1-cost card, then Killmonger will clean it up. We'll get the double Hulk. They're going to do the same, okay. So, presumably our Killmonger wouldn't really be finding value this game anyway. Ends up feeling fairly good for me. My Sentry Viper combo won't work anyway, because Viper's going to, might just end up... What the... Okay, it's a Sunspot. Interesting. So we didn't draw our Crystal or Sera, which is not necessarily ideal. Can we utilize this location at all to help us? Well, it might be a hindrance for the opponent, I suppose. So maybe I just want to play like a Zabu mid. What is my final play going to be? It's going to look like Hit Monkey. We probably want the Viper at the end, right, for the Hit Monkey. So I think for now, Rhino here makes a good amount of sense. I'm pretty far ahead at the moment with the Gamma Lab. We'll see if that stays the same. We're getting a little bit clobbered in the middle lane. There's Crystal, a little bit late to the party here. I think if I just put enough pressure to win, you know, to threaten winning several locations, we should be okay. So I think I'll do something along these lines. Just take the... Actually, I'm not even sure. Card text disabled here shouldn't affect the Mysterio, right? Because this is when you, as you play it, rather than, you know, once it hits the location or whatever. So yeah, I think this is fine. I'll go with the snap. I feel pretty comfortable. I have a lot of power. I might even want something middle location just to make it more difficult to overcome, but I don't know. Truth be told, I don't really know how they're going to win this, so I'm going to snap. I think this is very good for me. The hit monkey value is solid, as is the bishop value, and they still have to output something in the middle lane to win. I think we should be in a good spot here. Just going to be one card being played. Wonder if that's a Hulk, maybe? It's a bit optimistic to think that a Hulk could win here. It's a Doctor Doom. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Not quite enough. The Mysterio actually didn't play copies. That is an interaction I was not aware of. I mean, I suppose I could see it being the case there. That was probably a slight mistake. I should have played Mysterio in the middle. I didn't realize this is how that interaction worked, but the more you know, we learned something today. Okay, next game. Made that one pretty close. I'm not not too proud of it necessarily, but knowledge. Knowledge is power, you know? Sometimes you've got to really allow yourself to fail so that in the future you can succeed. Should we go Angela cloning vats? That seems okay. I'm happy to have more Angelas. I'll try to keep the right location open until we at least see what's going on there. It's going to be Superflow. Okay, interesting. Makes for a pretty good bishop in cloning vats, potentially. I mean, we're going to be able to accrue a lot of value, I feel like. The hood as well, I kind of want to play. The only issue is I'd want to play it mid. It's going to fill my hand up, so I think I won't actually play it this turn. I'll just stick with the bishop. Next turn, maybe go with an Angela left and a bishop elsewhere. I'm not sure exactly yet. We'll have to see what we draw. Superflow is really nice for us. We just get a ton of value. Oh, and there's going to be Sentry Viper as well, which will mean we have to play the Sentry in the middle location in order to benefit from that. But that's not too much of a problem. Do I want to just go bishop in the Dark Dimension? It's not amazing, is it? But I do quite enjoy having the extra mana, I feel like. Bishop Dark Dimension is pretty bad. Maybe we do just go in the... Oh, we can't go in the Superflow because of Viper Sentry at the end. So, I mean, I guess bishop in Dark Dimension is my best play, even though it's a bit crap. It's only worth 3 points. Maybe we prefer to play Killmonger for that reason. Hold on to the bishop. Hey! Stop it with the Spider-Man, my guy. I am actually kind of getting wrecked by this a little bit. That is pretty annoying, honestly. What now? I mean, are they going to play another Spider-Man there? That would be a little crazy, but it would mess me up a bit, wouldn't it? Would kind of mess me up a bit. This is tricky. I guess I have to just play Enchantress and chill and hope there's not another Spider-Man coming. There might be a Spider-Man coming... this is just nasty, actually. I think I have to give up the Sentry game plan. It's just not really going to work. I think I should play like a bishop here. So maybe Viper, Bishop, the Hood, and actually just get some power going here for the final turn. I think I have to do that. Otherwise I'm in trouble. Oh, you know what? I can give them the Hood, right? I guess that makes more sense. It doesn't really do much apart from deny them Superflow value, I suppose. So the issue is my bishop value is not really anywhere to be seen. I think denying them the 1 mana is probably going to be worth it. Oh. It's just a bloody Galactus deck, mate. That's why they've got Spider-Man for days. Oh god. That's not ideal for me. I mean... Can we contest this? I'm not sure how much power actually was gotten rid of. I don't think the null's that big. Maybe this is a winnable game if I play a demon and I suppose just an Enchantress. It's a pretty good amount of points. I think we actually can win here depending on whether or not they have death. I'll end turn. I don't think null's big enough. to win here, so I think we get a cheeky win there. What a bizarre game. The Spider-Men made life very awkward, didn't they? I guess death was not for 0 mana, so they needed to play death with another card there, and yeah, kind of maybe their deck was not equipped to ever win that game, but pretty interesting one, all things considered. We've got the Vault and Grand Central, neither of which are amazing for me. I guess I'll play Angela mid, although I'm not thrilled to see the Vault, and to be honest, playing cards into the middle location might be a little bit tricky for me. Luke Cage going to be played, and Central Park, I think I just want to immediately get rid of those squirrels, although saying that we did just draw Bishop, so maybe Bishop into Sentry, or something like that, into Sera, into Killmonger. We'll see what happens here. I do want to be somewhat mana efficient, if possible here, but we can make the cheeky play of, you know, playing Killmonger sort of after the fact. I think I do want to go with this play. The Cyclops is pretty nasty. The longer, though, that I can hold on to my Killmonger, the better, in a way, right? This will give me a ton of power in the middle. I will probably want to play Sera next, which could be a bit awkward, I suppose. Could also be awkward if they play a lot of units in the Central Park. Ooh, okay, here, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to just immediately do my Killmonger Viper since I drew it. I don't want to be caught with that not available. I hope they don't come in and sort of get me here, but that would require them playing multiple cards in Central Park. And there's always the squirrel dying, right, which will give us space to put the Void there, so I think it's very difficult for them not to get Vipered here. Gonna get a retreat there. I'm a little sad I didn't get to pull off the combo, but we just had so much power with this Sentry Bishop Angela. I mean, it's just... oh, very nice. Okay, we found another match. Another Dark Dimension game. Interesting. Can be awkward for the Sentry. Lemuria as well. I could actually play my Hit Monkey out, which is kind of interesting. I'm not sure I want to do that. Might just be better to skip here. I suppose Hit Monkey in Dark Dimension's quite an interesting play. That can be worth a lot of value if we put it over there, so I think I'm pretty happy with that. I might just go with the Snap here. I'm already feeling fairly comfortable with the cards I've got. You know, I've got the Bishop, the Viper, so all we need now is a Sentry for huge power. And yeah, we've got the Killmonger in case we need that as well. Asgard going to be a thing. That's something we can't really benefit too much from, unfortunately. I'm just going to play Bishop now. Begin to get the engine rolling through. Ooh, is this going to be Galactus? Seems like Galactus is pretty popular. Now, we do have counterplay because of Viper, which I'm pretty happy to say. They could play Doc Ock middle, I guess. I think the safe play is just this, right? It's just the safe play. We'll give them the Mysterio. There's the Doc Ock. We avoid that from hurting us too badly. We even draw a card from the crystal. And now we'll just completely deny Galactus. They can play it in the Dark Dimension, but not going to really help them at all. So we didn't do a Sentry combo, but we managed to brick up Galactus and even draw with the Asgard as well. I mean, this is just crippling for the opponent, I believe. Sera now seems good. There's just no way they're playing this out, I guess. I mean, they could have a wave, which would prevent me from playing cards at the end here, but that's not really something I think we need to worry about, particularly with even winning the middle location currently, and, you know, a lot more to come, obviously. See what they end up playing. Gonna be Spider-Man. Okay, that's fairly strong. And a Wolverine. I think we're pretty safe to win this game by the looks of things. Just go ahead and play the Killmonger Sentry. I don't think we should risk that line of play. We're able to beat Doctor Doom and stuff, so really the only thing to be afraid of is Galactus. I think we've got this one pretty securely in the bag. All things considered, with that Mysterio being mid, we can beat the Doctor Doom mid, so... I don't think they'll have Doctor Doom, because it's a Galactus deck. It would be a very random card for them to have, but we should be A-okay here. Viper carrying the game, where ordinarily To be honest, we would lose this game if we were a normal Sera deck, right, without the Viper. Alright, next game. Ongoing effects are doubled. Really nice for Sera and for Zabu. I guess I'll start with the Hood. There's so many cards that can help us out with this one. I just want to get that out of my hand, get the mana going. Quantum Realm with Angela's kind of interesting. Maybe Bishop there as well. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. I can play the Sentry in the left. Opponent's got Mr. Sinister coming out. Okay, that's a little scary. Could mean a Patriot deck. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the Bishop in this middle location. Okay, this is bad for Sentry, of course. Shadowland gonna disrupt my Wombo combo a bit. I can just sacrifice the location, especially if they do play a lot of cards there. I think I need to draw my Killmonger though, actually, and just kill that off. That would be really good for me. So Crystal, hope to draw Killmonger, and then hope to draw Viper as well. Maybe a Sera next turn, and then finish up with that Viper stuff. But I do need Killmonger for that to work. The Iron Man here is just... ooh. That is pretty nasty, I'll be honest, guys. That is pretty nasty. I think I have to make a play like this. While not amazing, we do at least get the Zabu value. I could draw Enchantress as well. I think we're still very much in this game. Iron Man middle is scary. I can still play cards here, though. Like the Hit Monkey and whatnot. And this is sort of a mini Sera in a way. So I'm feeling relatively... okay, I'm feeling pretty good here. We managed to get the Enchantress. So how can we turn this into a win? Well, obviously we can play Enchantress here. I think we have to do that if we want to win this location. It should win it. They could play more cards here, I suppose, but I think that'll feel pretty good. Do they want to play more in the middle is the question, or would they rather go elsewhere? That's something we need to sort of figure out. I could also make a play like this. You know, like Enchantress middle, trying to win the right. I think Enchantress here is good, and then actually just playing something like this. This should be good. It's going to win us the middle if they don't do anything else. And they're going to obviously need a bit of strength over here. We're playing 10 power here, so if they have an Ultron or so, then we would be losing to that. I could also play Hit Monkey in the middle, which in all honesty is probably a bit better. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Just force them to have more power middle, so that they can't necessarily get away with just something very cheap. Here. Gonna be a Wasp, okay. So I could have gone right and done pretty nicely for myself there, but I think we're maybe still okay here in the middle location with all this Angela power and Bishop power as well. But it's going to be very tight. Oh, there we go. Just about getting there. 3 points. I think in retrospect this was still a very good play to make, because we would beat things like Ultron and stuff like that. Very nice. Look at that! 27 power in a Quantum Realm. That is just very, very good. Let's play one final game with this deck. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this particular one. It's just a really fun deck to play. To be fair, we've struggled to assemble the Sentry Viper combo, but I don't think it's bad. Quite the contrary. I think it is a very good combo to have, even if you can't pull it off, you know, that often. These locations are definitely not great for me, I'll be completely frank, guys. Maybe Mysterio Hit Monkey as my turn 4 and just go with a Killmonger here. Certainly not great locations for me. I have no way to get into Sanctum. The opponent might also struggle though. By the looks of things, they're an Electro deck, which could either signal Doctor Doom type things or Galactus, or that, you know, the typical the typical stuff, I suppose. Maybe I don't even want to play Hit Monkey. I mean, it's quite a weak play, really, isn't it? It's quite a weak play. I do kind of want to get the Zabu down. We're going to play the Sera next. The Hit Monkey is kind of a bit crap. I think I want to make a play like this. It doesn't seem that good. So maybe something more like this. Get some power in Atlantis going. Hopefully win the middle with this +4 play. And then we've got the option to do further things. I mean, it's a bit scary not necessarily winning the kill, and if they have a Doctor Doom or something, we're kind of done. Kind of done for. Looks like it's an ongoing kind of a deck with the Electra. That's pretty interesting, though. Pretty interesting indeed. Do I want to play the Sera here? I might just prefer Crystal, honestly. Because I'm going to be able to play 2 cards at the end anyway, like an Enchantress and... Well, what even is my preferred play? I don't have very many good cards here. Maybe we do need to play the Sera just so we can play both Crystal and Enchantress at the end. We can also put the Fear of God into the opponent a little bit, perhaps. Bit of a strange situation. Not sure exactly what they have at the end here. Maybe a Destroyer? Not sure. Gonna be Iron Man. Okay, well, we can counter that with Enchantress, which is really nice for me. Maybe this is a Living Tribunal deck, now that, you know, come to think of it. I think I'm just gonna go with this play and keep it chill and easy. It should be a win. Of course, Dr. Doom will have something to say about that. Honestly, Living Tribunal as well. I think we'll be able to beat it. I think we'll win the 2 locations here. They also probably assume the Mysterio is mid, right? So yeah, I think Onslaught's coming and we should just win. Every time against that, of course. Pretty easy victory there, despite not having any Sanctum value, so I'm quite happy with that one. And another nice 4-cuber to round things out. There it is, the Viper Sentry combo. Guys, I think it works. Give it a go yourself. But yeah, managed to win a lot of games with this deck. I think it's really powerful. One of the better archetypes Sera control at the moment. And I think this is a very cool and strong way to play the deck. So hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe as always for more videos. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.